Good evening, Brawlhalla fans. It's Raidhyn, and I am back with another 1v1 spotlight on, this time, Legend Lord Vraxx. Vraxx is an alien. He also has some of the best signature moves in the game. He also has a very interesting combination with Power Lance and guns, and we are going to be taking a look at him. So, at one point, one of the devs for Brawlhalla said to us that he thought that Vraxx was the best character in the game, and I think a big reason for that is not just because of his solid stats, but because of the fact that his signature moves are probably some of the singularly most useful moves in the game. And as soon as we get a weapon, we are going to be taking a look at those. So, if I can get a weapon. Now I just want a weapon. There we go. Alright, so this is the first one right here. And as you can see, it pretty much hits in like a 360-degree arc all the way around Vraxx. So anybody who's like gets close enough to him to get caught in it is gonna get caught, and with great effect. I mean, at lower levels of health, this will knock just about anybody out of the ring. Oh boy. Now, what I need to do... See, the thing is that Misfit loves Vraxx's signature moves for pretty much the same reason that I do, because of how damn useful they are. So, he is completely ready for that. So to actually win this match, we're probably not going to be able to use and abuse the signature moves as much as I was able to with Orion, because, you know, again, as I said with Orion, which we just got done playing that set, same night that was recorded just a few moments ago. The thing about Orion is that nobody expects him to use his signature moves because nobody thinks they're that good. It's kind of the opposite case with Vraxx. Everybody expects you to use a signature move because they're amazing. So it's just another thing to think about. This is his other one. This grab with the lance that will basically destroy anyone that has red health or below, or orange health or below even. It's pretty fantastic. Whoa. Probably shouldn't have thrown away my weapon there, but that's alright. Whoa, okay. Now, Vraxx doesn't have, like, the best in the armor department or anything, so... You know, he's not terribly... Whoa, and that was a quick down heavy coming out from Misfit. That was pretty sweet. Vraxx doesn't have the most in the armor department, so he can't outlast people forever. You know, he isn't King Roland or Nye or anything like that. But, you know, just based on his signature moves alone, he's an awesome, awesome legend to play, and one that I think is considered to be pretty competitive. I mean, for the most part, the tiers in Brawlhalla, we pretty much consider them to be completely balanced. But if we did have to make some guesses, we would probably put... You know, like if let's say we had to do like an A-B split. Who's A tier, who's B tier? Vraxx would definitely be a favorite simply because of how useful his signature moves are. And I would argue that they become even more useful in 2v2 and free-for-all situations. So one of the things, one of the other things I want to talk about a little bit while we're doing this is kind of trying to recognize patterns. Misfit has quite a few patterns as far as I'm concerned, and when I play against him, I feel like these are, you know, somewhat apparent to me. So one of the things he does is whenever I slide kick, if he gets hit by it, he always dodges to the left side of the screen. He doesn't always blow himself up like that. That's a rare occurrence. So you guys were able to see that here live on Raidhyn TV. But if I dive kick, so I want you to watch this. If I dive kick, he will dodge left. It will happen. It doesn't matter what side of the screen it is. It almost always happens. So one of those things that I do when I play people repeatedly is to try and watch for these watch for these patterns. So if you're having a hard time playing 1v1 matches, watching for patterns is probably something that you could employ. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't dodge. I guess he's trying to be aggressive. That or he somehow has like a link into my brain this time. Oh man, and the signature move just would not come out fast enough. There we go. Caught out with the signature move. Super useful, as always. Alright, let's figure out what we can do here. He's really been working on adding throws to his game. Now, as far as Vraxx is concerned, the one interesting thing about him, he was actually the first character that I played live on Brawlhalla TV. And what I mean by that is that if you go back to my very first ever Brawlhalla video, it's Vraxx that I'm playing. Now, the one interesting thing about him is I would arguably say, with the exception of Katars, that with the exception of the blades, trying to concentrate so much I can't commentate. With the exception of the blades, guns and power lances are probably the hardest weapons to pick up. Which is why at first Vraxx can seem a little challenging. So, let's see. Misfit is asking for feedback on his play. Better than before. This is being recorded. So, want me to keep going? Yes, no. So one of the things Misfit and I have been trying to do recently is try to give each other more active feedback on things that we could improve on, because both of us basically have, like, we spar against each other all the damn time. Like, I probably wouldn't be playing this game as much as I do now if it wasn't for meeting Misfit and Ashes and a bunch of the other guys I play with. So one of the things we've been trying to do is give each other some quick feedback. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after Misfit and I chat for a bit. All right, we are back. Feedback has been given, and now we're going to continue with this best of 3 set. So we'll see, either Misfit will totally start kicking my ass now, or we'll be able to have some different kind of results. Oh, but let's see. So the green alien man. I will say one of the things that I am not a big fan of with him is his low armor. But that seems to be the case with how they balance out all of the heavier hitting characters. He does have higher than average attack. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's how they balance, man. There's gotta be game balance. And Misfit is just able to be floaty enough to get over that. Now, with other characters, yeah, I really wanted to hit you with that. Couldn't tell. Oh, nice throw. Oh man, almost was able to pick it up again. But it's alright, trying to stay focused. Well, alright, I got my weapon, so I'm happy now. And we're able to pick him off from underneath. You know, I was seeing some interesting discussions on the discussion forums from whence I frequent, and somebody was complaining about the stage, saying like, oh, you know, it's too small, I really don't like this, I don't like the ledge in the middle because you can make mistakes on it. I was like, well, you know, just don't make mistakes, man. Like, this ledge is awesome. It creates room for so much shenanigans inside of the Brawlhalla realm of capabilities that I love it. I mean, you can do so many cool things on this. Well, like completely biffing your weapon toss. Alright. And we're able to get him with the nick of that one, which is sweet. And let's pick up another weapon. Whoa, those dive kicks. So yeah, somebody was actually complaining along the lines of like how... Uh-oh. like, you know, didn't like this ledge. I think this ledge is great for setups. I think saying like, oh, you know, you can accidentally mess up on a stage, that's not bad stage design, that's just playing poorly. I think the way that they decided to do this is great, because one of the things that Brawlhalla has that Smash Brothers doesn't is this great kind of air game, where because the characters are float a lot slower than Smash Brothers and the rest of it, and because there's these wall hugs that just straight up doesn't exist in Smash Brothers, and I love this. Like, I'm planning on making weapon guides here in the near future for, well, I was trying to throw my weapon to prevent that, but instead I just completely ate it. I was trying to create weapon guides, and I think I'm going to be working on one of them this weekend. And one of them, one of the things that I plan to do with them is to talk about the way attacks work when you're on the wall here, because the moves on the wall are actually air attacks. So depending on how you know, knowing what you're about to do while you're on the wall is kind of interesting, because you're on the wall a lot, like a lot more often than you would expect. Like, whoa, I want to get up. All right, floating back to the screen. Now I know if you've hit Hattori enough times, you can actually knock her out with a weapon throw, which is cool. And yep, there we go. Got her knocked out because she turned gray once again, and I didn't have to worry about any more dodges or jumps or anything like that. So that's pretty good. Using the same tactics. Whoa now. Oh, that quick retaliation. Oh no, I don't want to die. Oh my goodness, how are we still alive? I don't know. It's just still happening. And that's part of why I love this game. So many shenanigans. I feel like the level of shenanigan possibilities is just endless. Yeah, I will have to say that part of the reason why I like the sword so much is because of all of the moves that it beats. Like, the sword just has such great priority, and I love it to death. Aw, man, let's pick up this weapon that Misfit so clearly wants. Bouncing around. See, he dodged left again. I knew it. I knew he was gonna do it. I still haven't figured out how to punish it yet while unarmed, but I will, by God. I will. Oh, come on, guns. Your hitbox is just so low. So disastrously low. And there it is. So that was Lord Vraxx, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Try out the green alien. He has amazing signature moves, stats, and a limitless amount of potential. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button as it helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I'll see you next time for more Brawlhalla.